Okay, bulking season is nearly upon us. It is. When this is going to be released, it will be coming up for November, and the majority of people like to bulk during winter. So let's just class it as bulking season. So in this video, I'm going to I'm going to share my top 10 best bulking tips to make sure that you are successful on your bulk. So what is up everyone, I'm Reece Williamson for those who actually don't know me, and welcome to the channel. If you are new here and you've just missed out on a giveaway, apologise. But in this channel we do different styles of content like vlogs, like educational videos like this and workouts, and sometimes a wee challenge in there. So the idea of this video is to make sure that you are on track when it comes to your bulk. Okay, number 1, make sure you set a target for your bulk. Don't start bulking and don't have that set goal. Let's talk about weight, let's talk about in the gym, and let's just talk about measurements. If you are 80 kilograms and you want to get to 86, that's perfect. 86 is the goal. Or let's just say that you have a strength goal in the gym, that's another perfect goal. Or if you have a measurement goal, that's another good goal. But don't start bulking if you don't have an end goal, because what's going to happen is you might go overboard, and what might happen is the bulk might take control of you instead of you taking control of the bulk. This is when you see people gaining excess fat and they look as if they've lost control. Because the aim here is to put on muscle or reach a certain goal. If you go actual overboard, then you might be just wasting your progress. So let's just sum this up. I started at 76 for my bulk, and I'm sitting around 83, and I'm wanting to gain 10 kilograms. It's not necessarily going to be muscle, but just 10 kilograms in the process, getting a lot stronger and just feeling a bit better about myself. And I'm at 83 just now, so I know where my eyes are set. I know where I'm setting my goal, my target. Once I get there, then I'll decide to come back down on like a mini cut or start to build my fitness up. So make sure you have those goals. Okay, number 2. So eat calorie dense foods or meals. So what I mean by this is swapping out lean meats by maybe a higher fat meat, or let's just say carb sources, swapping out the lower calorie carb sources for more calorie dense carb sources. So for example, if I was on my cut, what I would probably do is make sure I'm eating a lot of volume, eating a lot of whole foods, whereas now on my bulk, I'm sitting around 3,000, maybe just above 3,000 now, and I'll use fruit juice, I'll use like oils. There is a lot of things you could do to increase your calories throughout the day, but make sure you eat the foods you enjoy, but make sure they're pretty calorie dense. When I'm on a bulk, I try and make sure that my volume's a little bit less so I'm not getting a lot of bloating. It does help when you go to the gym. When you're actually trying to digest the food, it takes a lot of process, and I end up feeling very sluggish. So you're going to need to choose foods that are, yes, calorie dense, but also work with your body. So don't try and eat something that's going to make you feel sluggish. So what I have put into my diet is like butter, oils, it'll be nuts, dried fruits, it could be whole milk, more beef, more steak mince, stuff like that's going to make the calories go up instead of eating the lean meats or fresh fruit or veg. Like, yes, have that, but have it in kind of more small quantities. So this is a wee task for you to go out and find the calorie dense foods that you can put in your diet so that it's less volume but more calories. Okay, something quite quick, and I will say meal timing. So make sure that you have strategically put times out the day, if you can, times out the day where you can eat. This means that you will not focus on, it's hard to explain, but when you're hungry, you eat. Because in myself, if I wait until I'm hungry to eat, or I wait until like I really need the food, then I might go till like the end of the day before I have enough calories, and then I'm staying up all night. It's happened before. So what I'll say is, get up, decent time, but make sure that you have structured your day for the amount of calories. So for example, 3,000 calories, I'll have a decent amount in the morning, just say between 500 and 1,000. I'll have that again, I'll have that again, and I'll have that again. So I try and aim for around four times a day for my meals, which is perfectly fine, but a lot of people might have 6 meals, or they might snack throughout the day. But as long as it's structured, as long as you know what you're going to eat and plan before you do it, because in my opinion, if you do the bulk and you try and put foods in that are not, like, if you've not structured it, then you end up just grabbing things out the shop, and that leads to like eating junk food and going in a dirty bulk. We'll speak about that in a sec. So what I'll say is meal timing is important, just make sure you structure your day. Okay, next one that you might feel is not necessary, but I feel it is important, is actually still doing your cardio and still doing your daily steps. So when I'm programming a client to do if they're on a lean bulk, just saying, they're trying to build some muscle, yes, I'll have them in a surplus, and yes, I'll have them being effective as they can in the gym, but also getting their daily steps. If no cardio, they'll get their daily steps, where that may be 7,000 to 10,000 or slightly above. Like, it doesn't matter as long as they're getting their steps in, because what this does is it helps you digest the food, but it also keeps you nice and healthy. I feel like a lot of people forget about their health when it comes to the gym or in a lean bulk or like a bulk in general, because they just want to put on calories and they want to put on weight. Yes, but at the same time you need to think about your health, because that's the most important. If you are going to do cardio, make sure you trim it down. If you're on a cutting stage or on your maintenance stage, you need to kind of cut it down slightly, because you are still burning calories. Yes, do enough to help the digestion. Yes, do enough just to keep you healthy. Don't do too much though, because it will mean you have to eat a lot more food. Okay, next one is so important, because a lot of people forget with this. They think that if you're on a bulk and you're eating a lot of calories, then what will happen is you'll instantly gain the muscle, you'll instantly gain the mass. Remember, we're focusing on building muscle and we're on a bulk for a reason. So the gym comes hand in hand, the food in the gym come hand in hand. So what you need to do is concentrate on pushing your body as much as you can in the gym. I'm not saying do crazy volume. I'm not saying go every single day. I don't mean that. So what I mean by crazy volume, I mean doing sets on sets and reps on every exercise. For just say your chest, you're doing like 25 to 30 sets a week for your chest. I don't mean that. So if you do like dumbbell bench press, and for example for my clients I gave them 2 sets, two top sets, 2 working sets. What that means is go to failure on both of them. It might not sound a lot by saying 2, but how you perform on those sets, not the amount of sets. If I was to give them 5 sets, sounds brutal, but are you telling me you've done, for example, if you start with 30 kilograms, for the first, second, third, fourth and fifth set to the same intensity? No chance. If you do 2 sets, then maybe, but not 5, not 4. There's no way you're going to give your all for each an individual set for the same weight. You have to cut down. It'll be more like a back off set for the last one. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're in the gym and you're on a bulk, it comes hand in hand. So make sure you are pushing yourself, you are working to the full range of motion, you are slowing everything down so you can feel the muscle, mind to muscle connection. There's a lot that comes into it, but this is a whole different story. But all I'm going to say is, make sure your intensity's there. I don't mean sweat, I just mean make sure you're pushing your body to failure. And that's the recipe to build muscle. If the majority of your stuff is great when you feel your muscle and you're actually contracting your muscle and the eccentric motion is nice and slow and you're pushing towards failure, then that's perfect. Okay, we are halfway through this. All I want to say is I am taking online clients throughout the next month. So if you want to join my coaching, all you need to do is go down the bottom. There should be a coaching application. Just put it in and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. If you don't want to do that, you can go over to my Instagram, send me a quick message and I'll try and get back to you as fast as I can. Okay, back to number 6. This can be complicated, but I'm just going to try and keep this simple. Start your bulk at a lean state, because what this will do is it will help you visually see if you're making progress or not. So the easiest way to say this is, if you've got 3%, if you've got 8%, 10% body fat, and if you've got 18% body fat, so it's an extra 10% body fat. For example, if you're at 18% body fat and you put on more weight, let's just say an extra 10 kilograms and you put up to 25% body fat, but maybe this one, what you're going to do is sit at maybe like 15% after your bulk. There is a big difference. So this one will see more progress, because what happens is, at a lean state, if you put on muscle or fat, you will see it more. But if you're carrying a bit more body fat and you do start a bulk, it's going to be very difficult to get back, and it's going to be a lot difficult to see progress. I'm not saying you won't, but I'm just saying it's very difficult. So, but this is complicated, because what happens is, if you've never trained before and you're carrying a bit more body fat, there's different ways to go about this. So let's go fast about this. If you're lean, if you know you're lean, if you're skinny, go on a bulk, okay? It's simple as that. If you've not been to the gym before, if you've been dieting for a while, go on a bulk, because it will help you and it will make you train better, it'll make you feel better. So at this stage, if you feel that you've got experience in the gym, carrying a bit more body fat, you've got a decent bit of muscle, then you could cut. There's probably no need to bulk just now. Probably can go back to bulking, but maybe you need like a mini cut. Maybe don't need to cut that much, but just a mini cut if you've not got any plans. And then bang in the middle, if you feel you've not really got a shape about you, you've never been to the gym before, you're carrying a bit more weight, maybe like not an enormous amount of weight, but like you feel like you've got weight that you want to shift. What you could do is sit on maintenance and do a recomposition. So what this means is not bulking, not cutting. Maybe just sit on average between both. And then what this will do is, if you go to the gym, like the previous point, push yourself, eat the right food at maintenance, what will start happening is your body will probably go through a stage of newbie gains. What this means is, when you first start to go to the gym, your body responds like that to progress, and you'll start seeing yourself. After about 5 months, then you'll see where you need to go. If you feel like you're looking better, or like you still are carrying a little bit more body fat, you could cut. But for the first kind of year, I always say is you need to push yourself in the gym, but also you need to make sure that your food's on point. So sitting around maintenance, and if you feel like you're getting more experience, you could choose a way. Okay. If you get any more questions on this as well, you could just send me a message and I'll try and further explain it. But normally when people ask this question, I don't actually know what they look like, so it's very difficult. Okay, easy point. Gradually build up your calories from maintenance, or gradually build up your calories from where you're at. If you don't know where you're at and you're just wanting to start this bulk, what you need to do is find your maintenance. So for example, if I was to eat 2,500 calories and I was to stay the same weight, then you know, well, I know I'm currently in maintenance. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze there. So what you need to do is increase from there, and that's you in a bulking state. So maybe like 300 calories. Yeah, that should be okay. Then I would go to 2,800. Not when you're bulk, you need to gradually push up as your weight goes up. So for example, if I went to 2,800 and I gained a kilogram and it stopped, up the calories again. But do not do it day after day after day. Just do it like maybe a week, 2 weeks. It's a very slow process. If you're wanting to stay lean-ish and gain minimal body fat, you need to take it slow. Okay, next point, try not dirty bulk. You probably shouldn't be doing this. The reason I'm saying this is because you get into bad habits of your diet. I'm not saying foods are bad or there's any bad foods, but what I'm trying to say is, think about your insides. Make sure that you are eating as clean as possible while maintaining satiety, while maintaining like satisfaction. The rule I would follow is that 80% clean, like healthy, 20% more like junk food, like stuff that's going to like make you satisfied, like chocolate, all that kind of stuff is going to hit your calories or let you hit your calories. At the end of the day, calories are calories, but what I would say is make sure that you are trying your best to include like veg, your vitamins, all that kind of stuff, making sure you're getting the right nutritions to keep you alive. But if you commented and said a calorie is a calorie, you're right. All I would say is make sure you're choosing foods that work with your body, so they digest quite quickly, not making you feel sluggish, and then there you go. Okay, next one, you probably don't need to do this, but I feel like it's necessary, is weigh yourself and track your progress. This could be in the gym, it could be actually on the scale, it could be photos. Why would you go on a bulk and not make sure that you're tracking your progress? Like, I feel like if you're going to be doing something as important as a bulk or a lean bulk, then you need to make sure that you're on the right track so that you're not going off course. Like the first point, like the first point where I said that you need to make sure that you have a target, and that's the reason why you need to track your weight. If you maybe just want to do photos and not weight, that's absolutely fine. When it comes down to like myself, before I used to weigh myself every day, and it really did confuse me. It really did mess me up a wee bit when it comes to like body dysmorphia. So what I would say is make sure you are healthy enough to weigh yourself every day, as in mentally. If not, do photos, do measurements, just to track your gym performance, that's absolutely fine. But all I would say is track your progress in some way. Okay, and the last thing I would say is make sure you have a purpose on the bulk. If you have your complete physique, so if you feel like you just want to blow up in every way possible, so chest, shoulders, back, legs, then that's absolutely fine. But use this as a tool, so use it as to build up lagging muscles. Like for example, my back is probably one of my weakest, so the frequency for my back is a lot more than like just say my chest, for example. So if you're going to look at your physique and you feel like you have certain things that you want to kind of bring up a bit more, then focus on them. And in this point, what I will say is, on your bulk, a lot of people don't do it, focus on your abs, because a lot of people train their abs when they're dieting and it makes no sense. They're muscles, so train them when you're trying to build muscle, like your bulk. So I don't understand why people just wait till they're cut. Try and do a few crunches and then hope for abs. Nah, do it on a bulk, do it when you actually have enough calories to actually build the muscle. Make sure you're overloading each muscle, as I said before, as that is what builds muscle. and just enjoy it. There is more stuff that comes to actually having a successful bulk, but I just wanted to give you my overall 10 best things that help me throughout my diet. I also do a bulking series where I go over meals, so like my 4 best bulking meals. I've done 2 videos just now. I will do more. This is just to give you a bit more inspiration when it comes to meals, because I know how hard it is to actually get your calories in. For example, just now I'm loving just blending things. Like, if you're sitting in front of camera and you can't think of any meals, just shove stuff in a blender. Honestly, it sounds so stupid, but like, I've got a shake just now that I take and it's 1,000 calories and I just shove stuff in it. It doesn't taste like amazing, but it gets your calories in. So if you enjoy more informative content, then make sure you drop the video a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, it takes 2 seconds to hit the button. The channel's growing every single day and I'm so grateful for everyone supporting the channel. Also, if you're there, hit the alarm bell. What this will do is it will notify you when I've uploaded a new video, and it could be one like this. If you're actually watching this as well, this is more like an insight my channel. Put down below what you feel is my strongest content. Like, what do you feel like I should do more of? While you're doing that, head over to my Instagram as well. I will put it there. Similar content to this, but I post more daily. So yeah guys, stay safe, stay positive, stay grateful, and I will see you in the next one.